Hi, everybody. How are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 2nd July 2022. My name is trsv Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject, and this is my spiritual channel Haribol trsv nectar. In this channel, we have been discussing about various topics on who we formed our own views and opinions and ideas based on our own contemplation and meditation. Even in this video, we shall do the same. We shall discuss the life story of one of the most important characters in the famous epic Mahabharata of Hinduism. This character was known as none other than Ashwathama. Ashwathama's credentials were impeccable. His father was none other than Acharya Drona, and his mother was the younger sister of Acharya Kripa, that is, her name was Kripi. His grandfather was Maharishi Bharadwaja, that is, Ashwathama's grandfather was Maharishi Bharadwaja, and one of his ancestors was Angirasa. Such were the credentials of Ashwathama. He was a very nice, powerful, and intelligent person, save for one fault. He was under the thumb of a very greedy and materialistic person, that was his own father, Acharya Drona. If only Acharya Drona had the sense to remember that Ashwathama was a Brahmana and not a Kshatriya, things would have been very, very different. Acharya Drona would have taught martial arts to his son so that he can become a teacher of martial arts, or he could have put him under his own father Maharishi Bharadwaja for Gurukula education. But instead, this man coaxed and kept quiet when his own son participated in the Kurukshetra war between Kauravas and Pandavas, along with his own father Acharya Drona and his own uncle Acharya Kripa. Otherwise, Ashwathama had no other fault except for the fact that he was totally influenced by peer pressure from his own father and uncle, or only father, because even uncle did not play any part in that. It is said that Ashwathama was a Rudra and that he belonged to the Shiva clan of devotion. He was so blessed that he had a, a diamond on his forehead or a jewel on his forehead which prevented him from dying. Anyway, let these mythological stories be separate. The fact remained that Ashwathama was an innocent child who never knew what was happening when his own father introduced him to martial arts. In this birth, Ashwathama was a Brahmana and not a Kshatriya, but the boy was too small to understand the difference. Even if he had learnt martial arts from his father, it was his duty to only teach martial arts to others. But instead, this boy befriended guys like Duryodhana and Dushasana and Karna, and he also decided to participate in the Kurukshetra war against the Pandavas. It is said that if a person is born in a particular category, he must work in that category and improve his or her life in that category alone instead of jumping into another category, because even if he or she is very good in the jobs of the other category, one day or the other he or she will face great difficulty. A Brahmana should go only to intellectual pursuits. A Kshatriya should only fight, and a Vaishya should be only a businessman. It is because their genes are made up like that, and even if they don't want, their own intellect and their psyche will turn towards these pursuits only. They may not like it or they may not be aware of it, but sooner or later they will realize that they are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ashwathama was one of the most handsome guys in Mahabharata, the other four being Lord Krishna, Arjuna, Nakula, and Duryodhana. So handsome was Ashwathama that you may not believe it, but he was Draupadi's first lover. Ashwathama and Draupadi were very close friends and lovers. But when it came to marriage, Draupadi did not want to marry Ashwathama for two reasons. First, he was born a Brahmana and she was a Kshatriya, and she could not marry this guy. Second, her own father Drupad was Ashwathama's father Acharya Drona's friend turned foe, and in fact he was planning to kill Acharya Drona. That said, Ashwathama was rejected by Draupadi. However, probably because of this frustration or otherwise, Ashwathama turned out to be a very strong, very powerful, very capable, but very conceited and superiority complex ridden prince. Ashwathama considered others as not equal to him. This had its own repercussions in the Kurukshetra war. When his father was killed by Dhrushtadumna, Ashwathama tried to wreak vengeance on the Pandavas, all of Draupadi's children, 5 sons, while he was actually once a lover of Draupadi. Not only that, he was so frustrated that he tried to kill Subhadra's grandchild by throwing Brahmastra on Uttara, his mother's, the grandchild's mother's womb. This was a very, very careless, stupid, and inferior thing for which he was severely reprimanded by none other than Vedavyasa. Lord Krishna cursed Ashwathama, which was a very rare thing because gods never curse men or humans. But in this case, Lord Krishna cursed Ashwathama to be alive for the whole yuga and suffer for his crime and repent for his sins. Ashwathama may have turned out to be a villain in Mahabharata, but actually he was not. He could have become a very nice person provided he was not misled by his own father. Kindly let me know what you think of my opinion on this particular topic. Your opinions, thoughts, and ideas are very, very important for me. Kindly give me your own opinions so that we can brainstorm together and come up with a theory which is applicable to all of us. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.